Hey Aquarius, and welcome to your general reading for what 2020 has in store for Aquarius. Okay guys, so thank you for watching. I've already pre-shuffled and put the cards out to try and save you guys some time, so you don't have to sit through all the shuffling, as it's a longer read. So thank you for all the likes, shares and subscriptions. It really means a lot to me, you guys, so thank you. If you're new, welcome. Please hit the notification bell so that you get all the readings that I post throughout the month. I post lots of different types of readings with lots of different decks of cards. And if you're interested in what decks of cards I use in each reading, then go to the description box. I'll list them in order that I use them in every video. Inside the description box, you can also find my email address on how to contact me. Okay, guys? So, without further ado, let's begin. So, January. The Queen of Cups reversed here. So, when I seen this card, I felt like, I'm all out of love here. You've been giving and giving and giving, and look, somebody keeps commenting, you're looking in my diary, Steph, and I feel like here you're writing a diary that I'm done with this. But you would have a diary if you feel that's a safe place to put your feelings here. So you could be emptying out your emotions into a diary because you feel like it's not safe to do it with another person. Every time I give my love out to another person, look what happens. But Aquarius, when you think all is lost with that Queen of Cups reversed, and I wanted to move on to the second card really quickly because I don't want to make you feel down and out here, because that's what you could be feeling. January, you could be feeling like, where is the love in the world? The next card we have is the Two of Cups here. Okay, so I see you guys meeting a soulmate. Next to that was the Queen of Swords. Look at the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is feeling like, I've been on this journey so many times before that, I'm done with it. Like, I know everything there is to know you. It kind of feels like I've learned these lessons, and I've learned more, and where is it coming? When is the love here? But the love is coming. All is not lost with this Queen of Swords, even though she may feel it here. Okay, all is not lost. There is a soulmate connection here. Here, the next card is the Chariot. Okay guys, so it shows you overcoming these feelings of there's no love in the world, because somebody's coming in here to show you there is love in the world. You can trust somebody here. Okay, and like I said, I'm going through these first cards pretty quickly because I want you to know you're not going to be on this spiritual path forever of loss here. Okay, I do see major changes for you towards the end of the year here. But here I see, like a respite from all the challenging times. I see you overcoming spiritual lessons with the Chariot. Granted, at the beginning of the year, you may be feeling quite lonely, or that somebody, people keep abusing your love here. Okay, and the Romance Angels card that I pulled for you guys at the end of the first 4 months is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. So this is why I feel like, you had to travel this path. This was your destiny this time around, to travel this path as an air sign here. I often say to people, it's kind of a blessing and a curse to actually know, isn't it? So sometimes you feel like, I wish I was that, naive to people's actions. because then, you know, it's easier to fall in love, it's easier to have hope because you're a little bit more naive. But for you, being so intellectual and ready to learn and smart here, enlightened even, it was your path here to be enlightened and maybe suffer through love to find this enlightenment. So the oracle card I pulled for you guys at the end of the first 4 months here is, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So I do see you overcoming these spiritual challenges in your life, and it was like your life to learn through love, you know, to wake up through love, to learn these lessons through love, whether it be through a mother figure, a romantic figure. It seems like, you know, it's been tough here because most of your lessons, your spiritual path was for you to be enlightened and wake up through love. But you, with the Chariot, you've successfully overcome this, okay? So you'll be feeling good by the end of the first 4 months here, okay? You'll realize all is not lost in love. If you're wondering, you know, will I ever find love? I've give up on this. Because this, she's really giving me the energy of like, you know, it's hard when you know so much and you know that love can be so painful here. But a soulmate comes in to also teach you here that you haven't learned everything. Now's your time to learn abundance in love, okay? It may have been a long time coming, because as we move on, we move to the Emperor. So you could already be quite older in years here, okay? You know, the Emperor is somebody who's like, we say set in their ways because it's usually an older person. So you could be an older person who feels like, I'm resigned to the fact that, you know, it is what it is. Okay? But don't be so stubborn. We know that you guys are the smartest. The next card was Judgment, okay? So even though, you know all this and you're enlightened to all this, that you've learned your lessons through love, through hurt, through the loss of love here, the Queen of Cups reversed, you know, it almost reminds me of, you know, the Scorpion loss sort of thing, when they learn and change and manifest through loss. It seems like your spiritual path there, you've learned that way through loss as well. Loss of loved ones, you know, people who are supposed to love you not loving you here. This is the Judgment card here, okay? So the time is coming. Are you going to be so stubborn and say, well, I know it all? Because only we know you guys are wise. Only a wise man knows that only a fool thinks they know everything. So you do have more to learn here within your life here. The time is coming. I also feel like if you're quite stubborn to change health-wise, you may spend some time healing during this time in the second half of the year. I feel you may spend some time healing. But the Six of Swords shows, you know, it won't be anything major, because the Four of Swords here and then the Six of Swords. So it won't be anything major if you take care of it, okay? I don't do health readings because, yeah, but it's there, so I have to say it. But I see you, you know, healing. The thing is, if it's to do with love, okay, if you change your outlook on love, your outlook on life, that you do have, you know, some way to go in life here. You may feel, oh, well, you know, I'm at a certain age now, I'm never going to find somebody, so I might as well settle into this. If you change that perspective here, you heal your perspective, you start to think more positive, and then very soon, you know, the romance card that I pulled for you guys here, very soon, you know, will change a lot of things, okay? Because we know the hangman's perspective needs to change, okay? So here, you're healing your perspective. Even though you're right, you have learned a lot through loss and through the lack of love, maybe. You know, emptying yourself out here to give and give to others. You know, you are, I believe you are right here, you know. I feel, you know, this was like your lesson in life here, your path in life to take, and you've successfully overcome that there, okay? But I feel like with the Queen of Swords, Four of Swords there, and the Fool is under it, you know, it opens up this new lesson for abundance in love, okay? Changing the way you think with the Six of Swords, okay, on the 8th month. So we'll bring in a lot of positivity, okay? Changes you won't expect, because you feel like, well, I know it all, you know, I'm of a certain age now, I've seen most of what I can see, I've been through heartaches, I've been through losses, but this soulmate here wants to come in for you from February. I just feel like maybe you are blocking them a little bit with your mentality. Like, yeah, self-doubt even here, okay? Just healing that perspective. You've really got to be positive, because it shows here the Chariot, Six of Swords, and the World card underneath that. Wonderful new beginnings for you, because you've successfully completed all that loss. Okay, you've completed the lesson of lack, okay? And the Oracle card I pulled for the end of the second 4 month for you guys is, I am the loving energy of the universe. And you guys really are. You guys really are the loving energy of the universe here. Okay, I know it can get tiring, because maybe you're not even that old, but you're feeling like an emperor, like an old soul. Like, look, I've been through this too many times. And you're asking me to go through it again? We've got to send those positive thoughts and that positive energy into the universe, because that's who you are, Aquarius. You was here for that higher learning and, you know, teaching others, opening up other people's thoughts here, helping other people to think out of the box. And as we move on to the last 4 months here, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you're like, oh, good, so open myself up and I end up out in the cold again. No, that's the mentality I'm trying to warn you against. That's why I've done your reading this way. I didn't do the Capricorn reading this way. But when I seen your cards, I felt like I should explain more that Five of Pentacles is quite possible again. You know, if you're confused, let's say, or your perspective is unhealed or unmovable, unchangeable, you can end up out in the cold again when somebody is clearly wanting to come in for you. With the Two of Cups, Judgment, this is somebody wanting to come in. Yes, it involves divine timing. Okay, but you have to clear your mind here with the Six of Swords and the Very Soon card. understand you are the loving energy, okay? It is the age of Aquarius now, so it's time for that shift in the whole of humanity, and it's time for the shift in what you are learning, your path. You know, you've learned this lesson of loss. You've learned it very well from what I can see. You've been through it numerous times from what I can see. So now's the time for the lesson of abundance to come in for you. It's time to let the universe give back to you. And the next card was the Death card, okay? So this is a complete ending, a complete change. So even, you know, like the universe is trying to conspire to help you to put all this lack behind you and put an end to it. Once and for all, put an end to it here. No coming back from this. Okay? Because look at the next two cards. The Fool. And I chose these cards for Aquarius because I felt like you guys would be able to read more into these cards and see these cards. See different messages in these cards where other people may just watch them and just, you know, listen to the message. I feel like you guys can look at them and see extra messages for yourself here. The Fool. The Fool is the card 0 there, as you can see. At the very beginning, there's so much you don't know. That should excite you in itself, being a true Aquarius. You'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to learn it then, because I need to know everything. Okay? So what's the new beginning this time? What do you need to learn this time? Abundance. The world is your oyster. There's so much abundance and love in this world for everybody. It's time for a change, a new cycle for you guys. As we've moved into the new age of Aquarius, the new cycle there, it's time for you guys to accept all that abundance to come in. New lessons here. You may let it drag on into the end of the year here, okay? But by the end of the year, as we are coming up to, you know, the Death card would be October. So by next October, you're going to have no more say in this, okay? So it's going to change forever, okay? You're going to have no more say in whether, you know, do I keep choosing to think about the lack that I faced, my refusal to change as the Emperor, the Two of Cups, Judgment, and the Death card here. It's time, okay? You accept this loving change to come in, this abundance to come in for you. And the last card was Retreat. So if you do make it into the last 4 months feeling the lack again, okay, and want to hide yourself away from the world again, here it says it's time to disconnect from the world. If you find yourself wanting to run away and disconnect again here, it's not going to happen this time. This time when you retreat, there's going to be somebody with you, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have an annoying person like that won't leave you alone, because this is a soulmate coming in trying to teach you abundance in love. And you're like refusing to like put yourself out there. Yeah, no, I'm okay, I'm good, thanks. This person will not leave you alone. So you might as well accept them in the beginning of the year and accept all is not lost and you don't know everything. You need to learn this lesson of abundance. If you do that, you can save yourself this long year of trying to resist it, let's say. Because it's coming. Major changes with the World card and the Chariot and the Six of Swords. All positive. You're going to feel like this year is going to be the same as every other year. But it's not. It's going to be a major year for you guys. You know, refusing to stay out of this Queen of Cups reversed, Emperor and Five of Pentacles. If you learn very quickly, let's not take that energy forward anymore. You know, let's just go back to full, go back to the scratch. Let's go back to that naivety, right? Then you can learn this lesson of abundance. Cycles are closing down for good for you guys. If you try and resist it throughout the year, or you stay busy and away from love, by the end of the year, boom, the universe takes over and brings in this love for you, like it or not. Because this cycle needs to end in 2020 for you guys. No more carrying it forward any more years. So you can do it at the beginning, which, you know, there's always major life shifts around our solar return. So you can do it at the beginning and, you know, change all this, or you can do it at the end. Either way, the universe is going to force you to do it at the end of the year. So don't waste time. And the last oracle card I pulled for you guys is true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Okay, so maybe some things triggered you in this reading. Okay, maybe made you angry, made you feel like, no, it's not my fault. You know, I do know everything. Triggers are things that, you know, okay, look at what's behind that feeling. What made you feel like that? It's just a YouTube video. What triggered you from a YouTube video? Okay? This is where the true healing lies. So if you're meeting people in your day-to-day life and you're like, I'm going to cut myself off from people because they're all stupid or certain people trigger me. Look what it is, what's triggering you. Look where that stems from. The true healing will begin, okay? Like I said, I feel like you can do this at the beginning of the year or the end of the year. Good luck, guys.